The man that created ICE is painting immigrants for a new book. Yes, George Bush. This is one hell of a story. George W. Bush to release 43 portraits of immigrants in new book. Oh, how amazing. This man has so much heart that he's the one that created ICE that has led to all the destruction for the lives of millions of immigrants. Former President Bush will release a book of 43 portraits of immigrants in conjunction with an exhibition on the value of American immigration at the George W. Bush Presidential Center that will feature the paintings. I am just amazed. I'm amazed at just the complete erasing of history with George Bush. The fact that Trump is able to do a lot of what he's doing now because of George Bush just goes completely ignored. And of course, this article ignores it as well. They just discuss, the book from Bush, a prolific amateur painter, will be titled Out of Many, One, and will publish in March, according to a statement from the book's publisher, Crown. Quote, through powerful 4-color portraits, personally painted by the president himself, and their accompanying stories, out of many, one, reminds us of the countless ways in which America has been strengthened by the individuals who have come here in search of a better life. Oh, how beautiful. Now let's look at the history of ICE, created by George fucking Bush. With its passage in November 2002, the Homeland Security Act set, by the way, this is from the ICE website, set into motion what would be the single largest government reorganization since the creation of the Department of Defense. Opening its doors in March 2003, one of the component agencies in the new Department of Homeland Security was the Bureau of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, now known as U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. ICE was granted a unique combination of civil and criminal authorities to better protect national security. Yeah. And strengthen public safety in response to the deadly attacks perpetrated on 9/11, which amounts to now deporting immigrant families that are not hurting anybody. Do I really have to go through this? I guess I do. ICE raids on U.S. immigrant families risk serious abuses. These raids have been going on now this entire administration, of course, also before Trump, but have been ramped up under Trump. There's a million articles on this. This is from the Human Rights Watch. Here from Vox, under Trump, ICE targeted immigrants ranging from those seeking student visas to those working at poultry farms in Mississippi. At one point, the agency levied hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines against immigrants living in sanctuary churches. And just last month, the Trump administration was planning to send armed and highly trained law enforcement units to sanctuary cities across the country to support ICE in carrying out immigration raids. U.S. District Judge Dolly G. of California, this is a recent story, issued the scathing order. So to give you what this is about, judge orders ICE to free detained immigrant children because of COVID-19. So this is a story from June 26th. So issued the scathing order on Friday afternoon, saying the Trump administration had failed to provide even the most basic health protections for children and their families amid the pandemic. She described the ICE-operated facilities as being on fire, adding that there is no more time for half measures. This is because of George Bush, who is writing this damn book, or painting this book. Let me read another quote here, because all of this is completely ridiculous. In the book's introduction, Bush expressed hope that his book would help present immigration as a unifying, uplifting issue. Understand the issue of symbolism being like the sole focus of the Democratic Party is not just the Democratic Party. It is also people like George Bush who are trying to completely paint over their history as horrible individuals. This is what they do. Oh, who cares? Who cares about starting a war in Iraq? Who cares about all all the people that died over there. Who cares about the fact that he started ICE and all these families are being deported? Who care? What matters is that he has this amazing book dedicated to immigration and lifting up these immigrant voices and really showcasing how important and unifying the issue of immigration is. I mean, George, look, he's doing great work. Great work, George Bush. Quote, while I recognize that immigration can be an emotional issue, I reject the premise that it is a partisan issue. It is perhaps the most American of issues, and it should be one that unites us, he wrote, adding that my hope is that this book will help focus our collective attention on the positive impacts that immigrants are making on our country. Amazing. Horrible, horrible man and horrible people that allow him to completely erase his record over this bullshit.